Nandito kami sa bee.
Ito ang actual na honey.
Bee.
Ano tawag nito?
Bee farm.
Beekeeping.
So, before we start,
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you if you know the difference between the bees and the wasps. You know the difference between bees and wasps?
No,
No?
only the bee.
Only the bees?
Yeah.
So what do you know about the bees?
Works for honey.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. So bees gonna collect honey and pollen for their food. The difference between the bees and the wasp is that the wasp is gonna collect a bit of nectar as well from the flowers, but his main food source is a small insect. So it's an omnivore, contrarily to the bees who are herbivores. Another difference between the bees and the wasp. Well, the bees they can sting only one time because their stinger is made a bit like a hook for fishing. You know, it gets stuck in the skin and then they die. Contrary to the wasp, that their stinger is made a bit like a needle, so they can stick one time, 2 times, 3 times, easily.
Okay. How the bees gonna multiply?
How they multiply?
Yeah.
The way they're gonna do it, I'm probably gonna be able to show you, is that they make a queen cell. In the queen cell, there's a queen that's gonna grow there, and when she's near the time to be born, the oldest queen of the hive, with the oldest bees in the hive, are gonna leave the hive and go make a new hive in the forest, you know, in the surrounding. And when the new queen will be born, she's gonna take care of that hive. So that's how they pass from one hive to a second hive. That's how they reproduce. We can make it on our home. We can simulate that by taking some brood frames and transfer it in a new hive. So we take brood frame from that hive and we make it put it in a new hive, and we buy a queen from a queen producer. Okay, that is ready to lay eggs. So she's fertilized. She's ready to lay eggs. And that way we can make a new hive for ourselves. So what I put in here was simply paper to start a fire with compressed wood chips.
Okay.
Okay, so we have only wood that is burning, and on top I put a bit of leaves. That way we can have a colder fire. Because if we have a fire that is too warm, the bee's gonna think that the fire is really close, and it could get aggressive instead of getting more passive.
Okay.
It's a very difficult life to be a male in bees.
In the
bee world, yeah.
So those are all ladies.
Exactly. All of them you see there are most likely ladies. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give a bit more smoke. So to tell them I'm coming up. Oops. Go. Oh, you're so lucky. Her Majesty the Queen is just over here. She's not always easy to find, as I keep saying that she's the...
Just a bee.
Yeah, over here.
Yeah.
She's the hide and seek champion.
Because it's...
She's not really bigger than... She's a bit bigger than the other bee, as you can see, but she's not necessarily easy to see.
Yeah.
And sometimes we can check the whole 10 frames and not find her. And that depends on the varieties. Some queens are darker than the bees.
Okay.
Over here. Just hiding herself. Her Majesty the Queen can lay 2,000 eggs per day. That's a full frame every day.
Every day.
Full side, one side every day.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna put her back in the hive to make sure nothing happened to her.
Yeah.
We want to make sure she's safe.
She's the best ever.
But the queen bee, it's moving one place to another, or he just...
Yes, she's not like for the ants.
Yeah.
She moves everywhere.
Oh, okay.
And also moving into the other cage.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Moving also on the other cage.
There's one
somewhere.
queen per
crate.
box.
Per box.
Not per box, per hive.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So we had one queen here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and just making sure she's not underneath by any mistake. Where did she go?
If she die, nothing.
Oh, she's really fragile.
Yeah.
But how can they produce another queen?
Often,
Yeah.
they try to do it like 3 or 4 times a year, but we make sure it doesn't happen.
Oh.
Because if it happens, we lose half of the bees. Therefore, we lose half of the honey.
Oh.
I'm just gonna check something fast here to make sure everything's all right. Okay. Put those two together. Make sure I don't hit the queen. So that's like 2 frames together are protection for her.
Oh.
Okay. Do we have anything else interesting here? Not much. I think you saw most of the interesting things here. Oh, what's interesting here, and you can really see it very well. You can see all the larvae in the bottom of the cells, the
Yeah.
white stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You can see that it's really like an oval form, like circular. Okay.
But they make something like that design or
Yeah. Always, the queen will
Always?
lay from in that side. So she's gonna start
Okay.
from the middle and go further like this.
Yeah.
And when she reaches a certain size,
Yeah.
she switch. She go to another frame and do the same thing and same thing. And then it grows like this.
Yeah.
And when we have hives that are like really the strongest hive and the most beautiful, you get full frame, full brood.
Okay.
A bit like the first one I showed you. So I thought we'd find a royal cell because it's really a big hive and it seems to be really full. I'm just gonna check the last frame to make sure there's no queen cell here. And there's not. Okay. So the royal cells will always be on the top or the bottom of the frames. When they do that, put the royal cell on the top or the bottom, the queen cell will be at a vertical contrarily to all the other cells, which are horizontal. Okay, so they're going to be like this because the queen cells are bigger.
It's bigger.
Yeah, and it can be this long,
Oh.
which is, like this.
Yeah.
They need a lot of place for the queen. Whoops, there was a bee under my finger. And so when the queen is about to be born, what they're gonna do is that the oldest queen, the old queen in the hive, will leave, as I said earlier, and go make
For the pollen.
a new hive somewhere else. That new queen that will be born 2 days after the old one left, she will stay there for a week or a week and a half or so. The time she gets older, and then after that she'll be ready to reproduce. For that, she's gonna go in the sky and do her nuptial flight.
Okay.
And there she's gonna mate up to 50 different males to be able to lay eggs for 5 years.
5 years. Yeah.
Yes, that's her maximum. But nowadays with the pollution and everything, we talk about 2 to 3 years.
But they come back. They come back always. No.
The queen?
Yeah, yeah.
The
Here.
queen will come back. Yes.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, after her flight, she will come back to the hive.
Ah. She knows where to her.
Yes,
place.
the bees have very powerful GPS system in their
Yeah.
body,
Okay.
and with the sun and with the different things around,
Yeah.
they can find where they
Where do you
live.
was?
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
They can go maybe in America.
Oh, they won't go that far. No, usually they stay around. I think when they move a hive somewhere else, it's up to 10 kilometers away. It's still a lot,
That's
you know?
still far.
Yeah.
But usually the bees, when it's just to harvest honey, it's up to 5 kilometers. And most of the time within 2.
Okay.
5 kilometers, it's because they're lacking of a lot of honey. Flowers, sorry. All right, so I'm gonna close this like that. Oh, like this. Don't wanna squeeze bees underneath.
Squeeze, yeah.
Oh, and this one's
Wow.
heavy.
That's
Move your
45
back.
kilos.
Thank you very much. And like this. Up. So I just smash the bees down there. They doesn't get hurt.
Yeah.
They just go back in the hive. That way I can
Okay.
make sure to clean that plate so that it's closed properly next time.
Uh-huh. So that's nothing.
Sorry?
That's nothing. No,
That's
no,
beeswax.
no use for that.
That's the beeswax I'm cleaning.
Oh, okay.
If not, it's not gonna close properly.
Yeah.
And then bees could get slightly hurt. Here we go. There's a bit of propolis there still.
That's sticky.
It is really sticky.
Very sticky. Because that's the
There we go.
protection.
Not more complicated than that. And I'm gonna put this here.
And then bring it back again.
Yeah. I'll leave it there. It's good for other presentations. There you go. All right. So do you have any other question for beekeeping?
For now, no, because
No?
It's our first
we're
time.
just new and first timer, so
Oh.
Yeah.
it's a good experience.
Excellent. So if you want, you will go see the sea buckthorn plantation, and then
Okay.
you can start harvesting there.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure,
okay,
sure.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.